Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today's movie is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It's an action, fantasy, and superhero Marvel film from 2021. Be careful for spoilers. The film opens with a woman, Ying Li, talking about the Legend of the Ten Rings. The Legend of the Ten Rings has been told for thousands of years. The story grows from generation to generation, but at its center, there is always one man, Xu Wenwu. Some people believe that he found the rings in a crater while others believe he stole them from a tomb. The rings gave him the powers of a god and the gift of eternal life. Instead of using the rings for good, he used them to gain power. He established an army called the Ten Rings. Over the centuries, the Ten Rings spread throughout the world. They moved in the shadows, toppling governments and changing the course of history. In 1996, Wenwu searches for Ta Lo, a hidden village with mythical creatures and ancient magic. People in Ta Lo practice a martial arts style from the gods. The magical forest to the village entrance is a constantly changing maze. All his men die in the maze, but Wenwu survives and comes face to face with the warrior Ying Li. They fight and she proves to be more than a match for him. Ying Li and Wenwu fall in love. She tells her young son Shang-Chi that there is much more to know about the legend of the rings, but he will learn about that when he is older. Shang-Chi asks his mother how she was able to beat Wenwu. She reveals that in Ta Lo, people are empowered with the magic of the Great Protector. She tells him that when he has the heart of their dragon, he can do amazing things. She left her powers in Ta Lo, with the dragon, when she left the village. She gives her son an eye-shaped green pendant. The pendant would help him find his way home whenever he felt lost. In the present day, Shang-Chi lives in San Francisco. He goes by the name Sean. He works as a valet with his best friend Katie. Katie loves to take cars out for joyrides. She has an honors degree from Berkeley while Sean can speak 4 languages. Their friend, Sue, encourages them to use their talents for something good and to not be afraid to grow up. Katie's grandmother asks Sean about when he and Katie are getting married. He replies that they are just friends. While on the bus, Sean and Katie get attacked by people who are after Sean's pendant, the one he had received from his mother. Katie is surprised to find out that Sean is really good at fighting and martial arts. A man on the bus live streams the whole fight. Sean and Katie fend off the attackers and save the lives of everyone on the bus. But the attackers manage to steal Sean's pendant during the fight. Sean is going to Macau. He thinks that the attackers are going to go after his sister, so he has to get to her first. Katie is shocked to find out that he has a sister she did not know about. She demands that he explain everything to her. Sean shows her a postcard that he received from his sister a few months ago. It has her address in Macau and the drawing of a dragon, like his mother used to make. Sean tells Katie that the attackers were sent by his dad. She is adamant about going with him to Macau. Sean starts telling Katie his story. When Sean's mom died, his dad started his training. He was taught every possible way to kill a man. He trained every day for years. When he was 14, his father sent him on his first assignment. He tells her that he did not go through with the assignment but ran away instead. His name is not Sean but Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi and Katie look for his sister Xu Xiaoling at the address on the postcard. The address turns out to be the Golden Daggers Club, where they find out that their bus fight video has gone viral. In the Golden Daggers Club, illegal fights take place which are streamed live on the dark web and people place bets. We see Wong from Doctor Strange fight the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk and beat him. Shang-Chi is forced to fight in the central ring and his opponent turns out to be his sister Xu Xiaoling. His sister seems to be angry at him but he tries not to fight. Xiaoling remembers the conversation she had with her brother before he left. She had asked him to not leave her alone. He had promised to return in 3 days. The memory makes her angry and she knocks out her brother, who is taken by surprise. Katie wins a lot of money because she had bet against Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi believes that their father will come for his sister's pendant as well. Xiaoling owns the club and she built it on her own. She had waited for her brother for 6 years after he had left. She doesn't need him anymore. She also denies having sent the postcard. Shang-Chi suspects that his father must be behind this too. The Ten Rings attack the club. Xiaoling escapes through the back exit while Shang-Chi and Katie are trying to find a way out. Shang-Chi breaks the glass and they try to escape but they are ambushed. Katie falls to her death but is rescued by Shang-Chi and Xiaoling. Xiaoling's pendant is taken by the Death Dealer and Shang-Chi tries to retrieve it. He fights with the Death Dealer and wins. But his father Wenwu arrives and they are all captured. They are taken to the Ten Rings compound. Katie wonders if they will be killed. Xiaoling tells her that she just needs to keep her head down. Xiaoling reveals that when her mother died, her father became distant and cold. Her father said that she reminded him of her mother. She wasn't allowed to train with the boys, but she watched everything they did and taught herself. She ran away at 16 when she realized that her brother wasn't coming back. Shang-Chi thinks back about his training when he was a child. At dinner, Wenwu reveals that he always knew where his children were. He tells them of how an American terrorist misappropriated his name to the Mandarin. In truth, Wenwu has had many names throughout his life, like the Warrior King or Master Khan. He thought that he was only meant to be the most dangerous man on earth. But everything changed when he met his wife. She brought out a different side of him. They fell in love. His wife Ying Li gave up her powers and left her village, Ta Lo, so she could be with him. Wenwu also locked away his 10 rings. They got married and had 2 children together. His wife was the only one who called him by his real name, Wenwu. When his wife died, he was lost. After his children ran away, he wanted to reconnect with his wife. He began studying about her village, Ta Lo. He wasn't able to find the secret path to the entrance of the village. But he believes he has found what they are hiding. He thinks that the people of Ta Lo have locked away his wife behind a gate in the mountains. Wenwu reveals that he hears his wife's voice sometimes and feels her presence and touch as well. His wife's voice told him to save her. After he married her, his wife wanted Wenwu to live with him in Ta Lo. But the village elders refused because Wenwu wasn't worthy. He thinks his wife is leaving clues for him, but his children don't agree. He takes out the 2 pendants and places them on the eye sockets of a dragon statue. It magically reveals a mystical map leading to Ta Lo. The passage to Ta Lo is guarded by a moving maze, but there is a direct path through the forest that only opens once a year. To get through the path, you need to know the route and the exact time it opens. Now he knows both. He plans to destroy the village unless they release his wife. When his children and Katie object, he imprisons them. Wenwu hears his wife's voice. The imprisoned protagonists meet former actor Trevor Slattery, whom the 10 Rings imprisoned for impersonating Wenwu, and his Hundun companion Morris. Morris is from Ta Lo and offers to guide them there. The group escapes and Morris guides them through the moving maze. The maze is dangerous, but Katie's driving skill helps them make it through the forest to the entrance of Ta Lo. Then they cross the magical waterfall and emerge from a portal in Ta Lo. It exists in a separate dimension with various mythological creatures. There are Hunduns, magical 9-tailed foxes, horses, mythical birds and lions. They meet Ying Nan, Li's sister. Shang-Chi tells his aunt about his father's plans. His aunt Nan tells them that the people of Ta Lo have lived there for over 4,000 years and that they are the keepers of the Dark Gate. They are sworn to protect both their realm and Earth from the evil locked behind the gate. Shang-Chi explains that his father is coming to open the gate because he thinks that his wife is trapped behind it. When Xialing reveals that he can hear his wife asking for help, Nan asks them if he is still wearing the 10 rings. Nan tells them that the realm of Ta Lo stretches far and beyond and has great cities with rich culture and history. Thousands of years ago, they lived in peace until they were attacked by the Dweller in Darkness and its army, which devoured every soul in its path. They grew stronger with every kill, and after decimating their largest cities, they were headed to this universe to do the same. The leaders of Ta Lo sent their strongest warriors to protect the portal to this world. The battle was almost lost until the dragon called the Great Protector joined the fight. Together they pushed the Dweller and its army behind the Dark Gate and sealed it. The people of Ta Lo have been guarding the gate ever since, empowered by the magic of the Great Protector. According to Nan, the Dweller in Darkness has been influencing Wenwu to believe that his wife is still alive so that he will open the gate. Shang-Chi, Xialing, and Katie join the villagers in training and preparing for Wenwu's arrival, using outfits and weapons crafted from dragon scales which are effective against the monsters. Nan gives them armored suits that their mother asked her to prepare in advance. Their mother knew that they would find their way to Ta Lo someday. Nan encourages Xialing to train. An old lady tells Katie to practice archery, advising that if she aims at nothing she will hit nothing. Katie turns out to be surprisingly good at archery. Aunt Nan teaches Shang-Chi the techniques his mother used to beat Wenwu. She tells him to figure out who he is. Wenwu sees and hears his wife's voice again. Shang-Chi thinks back to his childhood when his mom was killed by the Iron Gang. When his father Wenwu came back home to find his wife dead, he donned the 10 rings again and decimated the entire Iron Gang. He then resumed the leadership of his organization. He made Shang-Chi undergo brutal training in martial arts but did not allow Xialing to train with the others, so she taught herself in secret. When Shang-Chi turned 14, he was sent to kill his mother's killer, the Iron Gang's leader. Shang-Chi confesses to Katie that he lied when he told her that he didn't kill the man his father had sent him to kill on his first mission. He decides that he is going to have to kill his father. Wenwu and the 10 Rings attack Ta Lo at dawn. The fight between the 10 Rings and the warriors of Ta Lo begins. Wenwu overpowers Shang-Chi and forces him into the nearby lake. He hears his wife's voice calling for him to save her. He attacks the Dark Gate with the 10 rings. This allows some of the Dweller's army to escape. The Dweller's army begins to steal human souls and feed them to the Dweller in Darkness to make it stronger. The weapons of Wenwu's soldiers don't work against the Dweller's army, and so they join forces with the villagers to fight them. Shang-Chi is revived by a dragon, the Great Protector, which leaves the lake to battle the minions. Wenwu and Shang-Chi fight once more. Shang-Chi tries to convince his father to stop, but Wenwu can still hear his wife calling to him. Shang-Chi gains the upper hand by using his mother's techniques but chooses to spare Wenwu. The Dweller in Darkness escapes the weakened gate and attacks Shang-Chi. Wenwu saves Shang-Chi, bequeathing him the rings before being killed by the Dweller in Darkness. The Great Protector battles the Dweller and traps it using magic, but the Dweller's army feeds it human souls and makes it strong enough to break out. The Dweller in Darkness tries to suck the dragon's soul, but Katie shoots an arrow through the Dweller's throat and stops it. The dragon traps the Dweller once again, and this time Shang-Chi uses the 10 rings to build an energy ball inside the Dweller to explode it from the inside out. The Dweller is killed and everyone pays their respects to the fallen warriors. Afterwards, Shang-Chi and Katie return to San Francisco, where they are summoned by the sorcerer Wong to Kamar Taj. In a mid-credits scene, Wong introduces Shang-Chi and Katie to Bruce Banner and Carol Danvers while researching the ring's origin. They discover that the 10 rings are acting as a beacon to something. In a post-credits scene, Xialing becomes the new leader of the 10 rings despite telling Shang-Chi that she was going to disband the organization. Please leave a like and comment on the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It will only take a second of your time but will help me out a lot. Click on the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.